Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I am the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, God gave me the obligation and duties to talk about what is hell. Now, what is hell? Now, before anybody who watch my videos, first of all, gotta take all the spook shit out of it. Take all the spooky shit out of it. Because a lot of times, if it's something you're scared of, oh my goodness, it's always a fucking energy vampire. Yo, I'm in the middle of your reading. What's good? What's good? Yeah, I'm in the middle of something. Oh, all right. All right. Alright, now, what is hell? Hell, you just experienced a piece of that, and it came and attacked me. Man, I gotta get me a distant land somewhere where I can, that's another video. But check this out. Hell is a concept, and a lot of times, anytime you attach something you're afraid of, something you're scared of, or something like that, it draws in a lot from the hell energy. But listen, hell isn't a bad thing. The only reason it can become bad is because of the energy it carries. Now, the energy it carries is a macabre. It's a portal. It's something you go in. So off the bat, we know hell is number 2. Because 0 was just a space. 1 was without, that space going without, and then 2 is that space going within, and then altogether they become a being. It becomes a being, a living being, with a circumference, a surrounding. Hell comes from the concept of number 2. So we know hell. Take the spook out of them. Take the scary shit. Take the scare and the religious crap out of it. I'm explaining to you what hell really is. Now, I'm being attacked. I'm gonna let y'all see who I'm getting attacked by. I'm gonna tell them, all right, come over here, so my people can see energy vampires in my life. Yeah, all right, okay. You want to be a star. You want to interrupt my videos. So whatever spirit is walk. Now I'm not don't blame this person that y'all see walk past. Don't blame the actual person. Just cast away the spirit he carrying. Please. Please. Goddamn, please. Alright, yeah. See, alright, you want to come over? Alright, yeah. We want to see this spirit on camera. Y'all gonna see me dissect this motherfucking spirit on fucking camera. Because I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Alright, now. When we talk about hell, ain't even get to the fucking video yet. And I'll fuck with y'all. If y'all fuck with me, I'll fuck with y'all because we're in this battle together, y'all. Like, we're in this shit together. And if you see eye to eye with me, you're part of my soul group. And we in this fight together. So, believe me, I'm going through the same shit y'all going through. Just because I'm Uriel, that don't mean I'm not down here. I chose to come here in this human form too. So I'm fighting a good fight with y'all. So we're going to do this shit together. You feel me? Now, let's finish talking about hell, man. Listen. Hell is a portal. Now, the energy it carries, it can be a bad thing. But hell originally was a good thing because it was the tool that God used to experience itself. Without hell, God wouldn't be able to experience separation. God wouldn't even created the Libra archetype without hell. You see what I'm saying? Because even though Taurus is the second sign, it was just God's second direction he took, or she took, or it took altogether. You know what I'm saying? But what happens here is, to see itself as a mirror, the first direction was Aries. So by the time God got to completely, like say you're doing a 360, right? And you do that right in half. You do a 180, right? That's completely looking behind you. So that's in God's realm of reality, that's being able to see itself, the reflection of itself. So that's what makes Libra the balance of the scales, the actual number 2. Let's get this. Video on shit, caught me in a couple middle of some NATOs and shit too and shit.
You talking and running away? I can't hear it.
Oh yeah, cause you know I'm writing bright live, bright and live.
Oh, you live?
Yeah.
Like, oh, can I be in this or not?
Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, but as far as the hell, you know, it's constructed out of emotions and feelings, and it comes out of the number 2, separation. God wouldn't be able to experience itself without the separation. So separation, we know 2 was added onto the 0 and the 1. We know anytime something is added, it adds weight. We know anything that has weight sinks. We know anything that sinks goes down. We know anything that goes down, aka is density. It's going down into density. So that's why God had to go into something to be able to see the outer perception. So God made itself externally and internally. So when we get to the hell concept itself, all hell is experiences. It slows down time. Hell is a concept of repetition. Hell is a concept of doing something over and over and over again. Now you have a good hell. You have a bad hell. You have good angels in hell. You have bad. Now I'm the watcher over this. So I don't rule hell. I don't rule the fallen. I watch over it. So I watch over the fallen. I'm that little voice in the fallen ears of what they should be doing and how to find their wings in order to get up out of that. Now, Uriel, they trying to take me. They try to take my idea out of this sphere of reality. That's why I came into the physical form. Because they try to take my spirit and my soul. They try to take my spirit, which is the idea of Uriel. Like you go read any Bibles, any type of thing, you barely even hear anything about Uriel. They trying to take me out of the realm of reality of the idea. And if you don't have an idea of me, you're not going to attach any emotional feeling about me, right? So what happens here is they're trying to take my whole presence out of this realm of reality. So that's why I had to come back down here, because I watch over this. So I had to come back down here in the physical form, just like y'all, in order for and kick the same shit in order for y'all to understand and gain the idea on Uriel and gain the emotions and feelings about Uriel again in a real physical way now. Because they trying to, you know what I'm saying, the most popular is what? Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, you got Metatron, you got all these motherfuckers, but they're being used by the Greys and reptilians to a certain degree. To a certain degree. Because of the energy that they carry. Like Michael carried the energy of integrity. So the Archangel Michael is kind of here to make you do the righteous thing. So even though you're in hell, Michael is here to tell you to take it on the chin and just do the righteous thing. You see what I'm saying? Raphael is here to heal you when you're getting hurt, when you're getting burnt. When you walk out under the sun every day, you're getting burnt. You're getting metaphysically attacked every day. Getting burnt and shit, like, and getting fucked up every day. Raphael, he'll heal you in these times. Gabriel wants you to see yourself, wants you to see who you actually are. So a lot of times, Gabriel may come into your life as playing the role of Jesus, or playing the role as a Messiah, or playing that role for you can look at this person as an example of this is who you are. And me, Uriel, the ruler of the West, the ruler of the fall, I'm here for the fallen, those who have failed at the first 3, and they've been dished off to the lost and forgotten. And I'm here to let them know that you haven't been forgotten. You have to reclaim yourself. Reclaim. And see, the energy I carry is not useful in this realm of reality right now. That's why they're trying to dissipate me. See, when you're getting healed, you got a bunch of reptilians and grays that could work through Raphael energy. You think you praying to Raphael, and they could come throw some vitamins in your face or something like that. Throw some shit like that. It's a false Raphael energy. You know what I'm saying? So they can utilize that. They can put that in the Christian Bible and be okay with it, with taking your mind over with that shit. See, they can use Michael to because in that way, when Michael tell you to take it on the chin and just have integrity and do the righteous thing, a lot of times you become being a slave. Because you think you're doing the righteous things, so you're turning the other cheek. You're letting bygones be bygones. You know what I'm saying? And that is righteous. See, Michael will teach you that. But in this realm of reality, that's why the reptilians and the greys like to keep shit like that, because they can use that. You got people who like to try to play God every day, but the reptilians and the greys come up with concepts and perceptions of what they want you to think what God is. So you end up playing a false messiah, a false prophet, thinking you really playing the Most High. So that's how they can play through Formahawk, through Gabrielle. You know what I'm saying? But see, they can't do that with Uriel. They can't do that with me, because I rule that shit. I rule manipulation. I have that energy. So they try to make y'all forget about me. See, hell is a motherfucking portal, and it's anything that's in the density. So you know you in the hell when you're doing the same thing over and over again. So I don't even give a fuck if it's something positive that you do every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a hell. You know what I'm saying? You wake up and live this life every day. You're in hell. This is technically a hell. This is the snake pit. You didn't risen above anything. You see what I'm saying? I brought myself down. I didn't bring myself up. And then there's lower hells. Now, when you want to actually talk about hell, you know someone who living in hell, people who age fast, because it slows down time. So the experiences, they witnesses so many experiences in their life, doing the same thing over and over again in their life, to the point that it starts to wear and tear on their body, to the point that y'all the same age, but this person look 20 years older than you. So y'all been living like a week to both of y'all may have felt like 2 years to this person. That person may have got shot at, stabbed, killed. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy press. Now, this is how you know. Now, it's like a orb. It's a realm of reality that you're going to, and certain energies carry this presence. So it's an orb. It's a lot of added energy, and density and weight. So the fear of reality and the aura around it, you can feel the presence. For an example, someone living in hell, say somebody who rob and steal all the time, right? You may not know this person, but when this person come around you, you just pick something up off this person, like, damn, something ain't right with this person. This person is living in hell, because they did so much, they experienced so much of the same thing, they did the same thing in repetition. They may have robbed and stole and been in so many experiences like that they carry that aura. So they're living in that portal. So just because you may be living in a form of heaven and they living in a form of hell, y'all still walking on the same ground. That lets you know that hell isn't a concept of up and down. Hell and heaven isn't a concept of direction. It's a concept of a realm of reality. And you could be walking amongst people who live in a whole bunch of different realms of realities than you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be hell, but it could be aspects of a hell portal that they just walking in, and y'all could be walking on the same street, but this person's world is way different than your world, and they could be seeing flames and fire all day, and you could be seeing gold floors and shit like that. And AKA, I mean, you could be living a good life and these people could be miserable. Y'all could be walking on the same street. That's because hell and heaven is all in the same realm. It's all in the same realm of reality. It's just different portals. That person may have walked in the hell portal. Now, this lets you know that hell isn't something you have to be in forever. So take the spook shit out of it. Take the religious shit out of it. Hell ain't something you have to be in forever. You know, you can always find your wings. You can always find them certain spirits, find them certain angel beings that help you out and guide you up out of that shit and guide you into another portal for your realm of reality. You see what I'm saying? Now, you may have walked into a store, walk into a building like, oh, I don't like this store. I don't like, because that store may have did a lot of things, added a lot of weight, a lot of experiences, did a lot of situations that's involved a certain energy that may not resonate with the frequency vibrations you resonate with. Now, hell is like a frequency vibration, and it's a low vibration. So you know a person living in hell when they're a low vibrational person, when they only think about low vibrational things. And they don't see, they don't have other ideas or other broad perspectives of the current situation that they're in. So they're in a hell and maybe creating more hells, more portals, more densities for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a density thing, and it adds experiences and it's repetition. So make sure what you're doing every day, make sure it's something that can lighten your load and something that's not heavy in your load, because it's making you more separate. Making you more separate from the wholeness. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't whole, you don't understand nothing. You too separate. And you have to know how to be separate and be whole. You know what I'm saying? Now, the rulers of this realm of reality of hell, it ain't no devil, it ain't no Satan. Satan is calling somebody a bitch, or calling somebody an asshole, calling somebody a motherfucker. That's what a Satan is. I don't know where people get out the Bible Satan is an actual being. Every time they use Satan in the Bible, they use it as cursing someone, calling someone something, cursing, throwing a curse on someone, a hex on someone. You know what I'm saying? Throwing an energetic field on someone. Now this person got the representation of something that you threw on them. You threw a hex on them. You threw a curse on them. That's what a Satan is. You know what I'm saying? Calling someone a name. Now, in this realm of reality, people can play the devil. They can play, you know what I'm saying, Satan-like ways, which like calling someone a bitch, and you know a way a person gotta act for them to be a bitch. So that's like a Satan. You know a way a person gotta act for them to be a Satan. This person probably spiteful, greedy. Now, in this realm of reality, the Greys and Reptilians rule this hell concept. Because they understand it the way I understand it. They see it for what it is, and they're able to utilize lesser beings and keep lesser beings and densities for the sake of their gain. Like we said, anytime you add weight and density or something, you're able to bring it into reality. So why they use a large amount of humans to will something into reality, the reality that people is experiencing is a hell. They're watching a news channel every day. There's the same ongoing problems every day. Shit we shouldn't even be worried about, you worrying about every day. And then they're able to manifest things into reality that they want for their gain. See, they're using the hell concept. Hell is not a place you go and it has a ruler. Hell is a concept that you can utilize. You can. Who made the term up like I'm about to give these niggas hell? You did that. If you about to go put some harm, or go physically harm, or go metaphysically harm somebody in some type of way, or go energetically overpower somebody, you finna give them hell. You had that power. You see what I'm saying? So it's an essence out here. You just have certain beings who running it. It's not an actual being who run it. It's just certain beings who understand it and run it. I can't intervene like that. But I can tell y'all who run it. Who run it is in this realm, and just in this realm of reality, the Reptilians and the Greys. And you about to be like, oh, I did a lot of research on the Reptilians and the Greys. What is you talking about? No, you haven't heard Uriel talk about the Reptilians and the Greys. But I'm finna tell you the representation of why they rule the hell concept here. Now, I just broke down the hell concept. What it is. It's anything that's done in repetition. Now, here's how they using it to will into existence. We know that they running it because here's it shows from the representations of the energies that's being carried. For an example, in this realm of reality, what's one of the most powerful things that's going on? That's some shit you can't just get by. Being in the gray area and being secretive. Things that's secretive. That's why sacred. Sorcery. All this secret occult things. These are the most popular things on earth in gray area. For an example, you got Adolf Hitler. You got a lot of people who did a lot of bad things, right? So you got this personal opinion on them, right? But I guarantee, soon as you talk to them personally or listen to them or their personal story, you start to add empathy. You start to gain sympathy. You start to understand things from their point of view, right? And you have no choice. It's some of the most murderous people in this world. If you go listen to their story or something like that, it's like a spark of, you sense something, or at least an understanding or overstanding of why they did it in the first place. See, you think you smart by being able to analyze or logically rationalize why a person did something like that. But that's a confusion between the right and left brain, because there's no black and white or conservativeness. You know why? Because that draws you into the gray area. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how you slice it up. Just to even have that spark of feeling of being able to understand someone else who's doing something bad or even doing something good to a point of view. Someone who's doing too good. That's a gray area. It's not black and white. It's gray. So this is the simple fact that exists, and that's one of the most powerful here. It's always a gray area. I don't care who you talking to. There's always something that seems like it's a gray area. So right there, that lets you know that that's essence from the gray aliens. And they're able to utilize that from a hell concept. So they're able to utilize beings here and blood lineage from their family that they then manifested themselves into the physical form. Like I did, Uriel came into this vessel. They family be coming into their bloodline family down here physically and be running shit and politics and shit. And be ticks and shit and suck out everybody else's blood, their yin, use their emotional, use their added influence and their weight and their density to manifest things in reality. Right? See, and what happens here is they put everybody in a gray area to make you feel like, okay, well, maybe that's not a bad idea for Trump to put up the wall. Or, well, maybe that is a bad idea. Or maybe that's not a bad idea for us to have presidents. Or maybe that is a bad idea. Maybe it's not a bad idea for us to have laws. Or maybe that is a bad idea. You see? Now it's a repetition of a bunch of situations that make you keep thinking that. That's a hell concept gray aliens are able to use. Now, the reptilians. Which reptilians? Serpent-like energy, snake-like energy, secretive energy. So we know there's a secret behind everything. Nothing is put out there in the front. You had to go, and what you think you go to school for? To learn information. It wasn't handed to you. So the information you learning was something external. It wasn't something internal. You already know everything you're supposed to know internal. That's why you're able to assess information. That's why you're able to understand information, because you already have in you overstanding of things. Now, when you start to get taught certain things that's externally, that's why you're into school. That's why you watch TV. That's why programs and shit like that. You're into programs and shit like that. See, that's external shit fucking with shit that you already know internally. And when you take that external shit and put it internally, it start to fuck up your insides and shit like that. So the reptilians, they use secrets. They make you think learning something is most important here, which is wisdom and shit like that. But the things that they put for you here to learn is shit that they created. It ain't you supposed to already know. See, I already know. I didn't have to learn astrology. I didn't have to learn life. I already know. So all I do is compare it to what's being taught, and now I'm able to decipher what's right or wrong. That's what all humans supposed to do. That's what you got the power to do that. But it just got fucked up, and they made everybody confused amongst their right and left brain. You see what I'm saying? Now, what happens here is what you have to overstand is that's what's happening. So if you watching Archangel Uriel videos right now, you know that's what's happening. You already know these things, so you are here to decipher the things that you're being taught. You're not here to understand the things you're being taught and try to confuse yourself to things that you felt like you already know. That's why when you have gut feelings, you go certain places, you be like, man, I shouldn't be here, but I gotta be here because that's the only way my business gonna flourish. That's why you end up having shit like that. Thoughts like that. End up getting killed, or end up being in worse situations, or end up being something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because your intuitive, your spirit is already letting you supposed to know. You know where you're supposed to be at and when you're not supposed to be at. So programs and concepts and gray aliens and reptilians, they guide you into hell portals. And then they use the hell concept, which is repetition, and they use you as batteries and your charges and your lights and your UV rays in order to bring into reality what they want to bring into reality. And they beings just like me. They just be wanting to experience emotions and feelings. So a lot of times it be out of their personal gains. It be fears and realities that they created that they want to be gods of. You know what I'm saying? That they want to be gods of. That they don't give a fuck about the realm of reality of God that you're under. They come from a whole different universe. And they just want to take pieces out of this shit just to experience. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. So you got to understand shit that's a secret ain't even a secret. You know what I'm saying? Shit that's great, shit that try to put you in gray area really should be black and white. You supposed to be the one that put yourself in a gray area. Anytime you let someone else put you in a gray area, you're being blind. It's supposed to be black and white with you, and then you think of a gray area. That's the only gray area you're supposed to have create. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, no gray aliens can attack you. Because once you start to get into other people's gray areas, when you start to listen to other people who are not